So, what are the current projects of Catalyst Consulting on which you are working?
Sure. So one of the big projects right now is the book that I wrote with Brian Moynihan called AI Culture Shift.
Sir, when we talk about Silicon Valley, it's a perception and somehow it's a reality.
So Silicon Valley is a place, 100%, but it's also an idea. The biggest thing that people in Silicon Valley do is take action. They take action, they fail fast, they start again.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Ali Rehman Khalid, your host for today, and we have Adnan Iftekhar with us. He is CEO of Catalyst Consulting and working in San Francisco with Silicon Valley from last 17 years. So we will ask few questions regarding his experience and how he is working, and especially how Catalyst Consulting is working and what are the main projects of this company. So how are you, Adnan Iftekhar?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on the show.
So thank you so much for your time. Sir, please let me know about the vision, mission and the current projects of Catalyst Consulting.
Of course. So Catalyst Consulting is my consulting company, and one of the things that I love to do is to empower people to be the best that they can be.
Okay.
Right, and that is really the vision and the mission for the company, because the idea is that, you know, we only have one life that we know of in this space, in this state, in this.
True.
So making the most of it is so important. You know, there's two resources in life: money and time.
Time.
And you can make more money.
Yeah, true.
Right.
So what are the current projects of Catalyst Consulting on which you are working?
Sure. So one of the big projects right now is the book that I wrote with Brian Moynihan called AI Culture Shift.
Okay.
So we just published the book in December of 2024 and launched it at Future Fest in Lahore just last month. Okay. So that is one of the big projects that we have working on. Through that work, we're also starting to do some consulting opportunities for schools, for nonprofits, for corporate, for some banks, and really thinking about how to make leaders be more effective, how to bring in artificial intelligence in an intentional, responsible, and ethical manner into the workforce, so that you can invest more time in your human relationships and have the technology and the AI do the automation.
So why you wrote AI Culture Shift? It seems interesting. So please tell us about that.
Sure. Yeah. So the story is that I met Brian Moynihan online in October of 2024. So we met online at this AI salon online environment, and over there I was talking to the folks about some of the projects that I had done. So in 1 month, I went deep into coding with AI.
Okay.
So I created 12 apps. 12 apps, 1 महीने में मैंने बनाई.
सही.
12 apps. The first one, पहली वाली, 4 दिन में बनाई.
Okay.
The 12th one, 4 घंटे में. And जो मैंने 4 घंटे में बनाई, the app that I created in 4 hours, I entered for an NVIDIA developer contest. NVIDIA तो आप company जानते हैं. It's at the forefront of AI right now. And I entered that for a global competition, and I came in the top 10.
Great.
It took me longer to create the video for the entry than it did for the app itself. Video banane mein mujhe. So I was telling this story, and Brian heard this story, and he said, you know, let's connect. And he has some incredible background and stories as well. So him and I connected, and when we connected, you know, we have a lot of similarities. Kya kehte hain ki he has his consulting company, I have my consulting company. He's been going through some transitions in terms of thinking about work and life and what that looks like, and I have been doing the same thing. So thinking about all those things, as well as we both had wanted to write a book for 15, 20 years.
Okay.
And we hadn't done it.
Okay.
So we decided, why not use the power of our relationship, of accountability, of the human relationship, and add on that the partnership of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So Brian, me, and AI, we kind of came together and started to work on this book, and on November 11th, and we published it on December 23rd.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Sir, when we talk about Silicon Valley, it's a perception and somehow it's a reality that people think that most of the creativity, invention is coming from that place. Why is it so? And what's the importance of that Silicon Valley?
So Silicon Valley is a place, 100%, but it's also an idea,
Okay.
right? And the idea is that anything is possible, right? Like when you look back to Apple के जो पहले पहले ads आए थे, उसमें क्या लिखा था? Think different, think differently.
Okay.
तो वो सारा जो philosophy of thinking differently is starting to continue to evolve in Silicon Valley right now. And just because it can be done differently doesn't mean it needs to, but the people in Silicon Valley are taking action as well. So in my book, AI Culture Shift, I talk about emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence, as well as action intelligence. Mm-hmm. The biggest thing that people in Silicon Valley do is take action.
Okay.
They take action, they fail fast, they start again. They fail fast, they start again. You know Mr. Rehan Allahwala?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he famously says that he has a PhD in failure. He started and launched 150 businesses and most of them failed. So he has a PhD in failure. The more you fail, देखें यहाँ पर ये concept है कि failure is not a good thing. A, B, C, D, F होता है, F नहीं गाने चाहिए. क्यों? Failure से इतने सारे lessons आते हैं आपको. So in failure there are so many lessons. So if you fail, you understand how to move forward.
Yeah.
अच्छा, fail का आपको मायने पता है क्या है?
Please tell.
First attempt in learning.
Yeah, very good.
Fail. First attempt in learning. तो जब आप fail करते हैं तो आप पहली attempt करते हैं और उसमें fail हो जाए तो फिर get up and do it again. Get up and do it again.
Yeah.
Get up and do it
again.
again.
There is a saying that there is no failure. You earn or learn.
You earn or learn. Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
So, what are the behavior of the people? Somehow you told us about the mindset that they are try again, or the hard work, the core hard work. But what is the true mindset of the people living there, and what are their behaviors? Do they accommodate other people's other ideas, business ideas, or anyone who wants to enhance their business? So, how their take is on that?
Yes, the ideas that are there are have always been there. So there's a person called Tim Ferriss, and he is an author and he's an experimentalist and he does a wide variety of things. One of the things he said is that you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most, right?
Yeah. True.
So whoever you surround yourself with the most, you're the average of those people. तो देखें अगर आप लोग क्या कहते हैं, अगर आपके 2 दोस्त हैं, 4 closest friends, अगर वो हर रोज एक्सरसाइज करेंगे, chances are आप भी हर रोज एक्सरसाइज करेंगे.
Good.
Right? अगर वो लोग junk food हर रोज खाएंगे, chances are you will also eat junk food every day. If they are earning and creating businesses every day, you will start earning and creating businesses every day. So be very careful of who you are surrounding yourself with and who you want to be with. Silicon Valley में already ये start हो गया था, and since now it's continued, now the area is filled with people who think differently, who act differently, who do things differently. So when you surround yourself with people like that, you can only just extend your ideas even more. तो वहाँ पर जो mindset है और skill set है, it's really based on the human element and the human component of doing things differently.
Okay. So that place is also called IT Hub. And many people want to go there for the business or for learning. So what's the most special thing over there?
The most special thing, again, I'm going to go back to the people.
Yeah.
I think it's really the people, and the people are drawn there because of the history of the place, right?
Okay.
And the history of the place is such that, देखें, वहाँ का weather अच्छा होता है, वहाँ पर access to the beaches is there, access to the mountains is there, access to lake is there, access to all these natural beauty is there. तो वो सब
That's why tourists also visit that place.
That's exactly it. Tourists love the place as well. San Francisco की भी history है. Golden Gate Bridge है, Alcatraz है,
Yeah.
All the curvy streets up and down, very steep, narrow alleyways and pathways, kind of like Lahore.
Yeah, true.
वो भी है तो वहाँ के लोग they're attracted to the place as well, and because of that और काफ़ी spread out है. देखें आप सैन फ्रांसिस्को को देखें, उसकी population सिर्फ 700,000 है.
Okay.
मगर when you look at the larger context of Silicon Valley, वहाँ की population बहुत high है, क्योंकि Silicon Valley सिर्फ south of San Francisco में नहीं है. It's about 8, 9, 10 different towns in Silicon Valley. जैसे है Mountain View, Palo Alto, Sunnyvale, Redwood City, San Carlos, Portola Valley, Woodside, काफ़ी सारे towns हैं वहाँ पर, और they each have their own flavor and their own character. और सारी जो big hubs हैं, NVIDIA के headquarters वहाँ पर हैं, Apple के headquarters वहाँ पर हैं, Alphabet, Google के headquarters वहाँ हैं, Meta के भी headquarters वहाँ हैं. So all those people coming together make it be even more powerful in that regard.
So if someone wants to enhance their business or start a new business, so how can the people of Silicon Valley or that place is essential for him and help him in growing his business? Anyone who is listening from Pakistan, from India, or from any country, so is Silicon Valley helpful in enhancing their business?
It can be. It can be. The thing is, how much action are you taking?
Okay.
Right? Because in Silicon Valley, a lot of people are taking action, but if you yourself are not taking action, there's nothing that's going to happen. आपका LinkedIn है, तो LinkedIn में जाएं और connect करें लोगों से. मेरे से connect करें, दूसरे लोगों से connect करें जो वहाँ पर हैं. And connect with them in a way, not just, hey sir, I want to meet you, or I want to talk to you, or don't ask, provide value.
Okay.
What is the value that you can provide them? Don't just think क्या कहते हैं कि मैं उनसे क्या ले सकता हूँ, मैं क्या उनको दे सकता हूँ.
Okay.
Think about that. I think that's going to be the most valuable thing, is what can I give of myself to you, and how can I... So connections, so you can get connected with anybody globally right now.
True.
But taking action to do those, and these are not new concepts. No?
Yeah.
This is not a new concept. People know about this.
True.
The new thing to do is to, if there's one thing you can do, is to take action in reaching out to people. And if you reach out to 1,000 people, maybe 5 people will get back to you. If you reach out to 10,000 people, 50 people. If you reach out to 100,000 people, 500 people. That's how you grow your network.
Very good. Sir, kindly let me know about the AI culture shift. We have already discussed it, but I want to know about the content of that book, and what is the most interesting thing about this book which you like?
So the thing that I like most about the book is that this is a book that I've been wanting to write. I've been wanting to write my first book, and to get to this process, the process was the most interesting thing for me, because Brian and I used AI in an intentional, responsible, and ethical manner to create the book. Basically, we got together every single day.
Okay.
Every day we had a meeting at 6 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock his time, because he's on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast. तो 3 घंटे का डिफरेंस होता है. तो मैं 6 बजे उठ के उसके साथ मीटिंग करता था every day. Every day we would have a meeting for at least an hour, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 hours. And meeting record होती थी, transcript हम लोग लेते थे उसका मीटिंग का, और वो डालते थे हम लोग chat GPT पे, ताकि उसके साथ extract कर लें. So basically we wrote the book by talking about it.
Okay, that's more interesting. That's more interesting.
Exactly, because then it was a conversation,
Okay.
and we were able to extract the conversation. और हमने 13 लोग का interview भी करा था उसमें. So we had 13 experts from different fields, everything from health sciences to robotics to AI to governance, all these different areas, to connections. And we had all these experts, और उनके भी interview हमने record करके, तो उनके सारे quotes भी हैं book में. And we were able to enhance the book even more that way.
Sir, it's great to listen about your journey of success. I want to know more. That what are your future goals and any big dream which you want to fulfill in upcoming days?
So my big dream is to enhance the potential of Pakistani people.
Okay.
देखिए पाकिस्तान में बहुत potential है. पाकिस्तान लोगों का बहुत potential है, especially the young people. मगर अभी there's 27 million people in Pakistan that are outside of school. 27 million kids in Pakistan. Education नहीं हो रही है उनकी. क्यों नहीं हो रही है? आप तो देखें, 80% of the population of Pakistan is in the poverty line. 80% of the population. 90% of the population has a smartphone. A smartphone is more important than food and water to Pakistanis.
Yeah.
वो है तो अगर स्मार्टफोन है आप कुछ भी पढ़ सकते हैं.
बिल्कुल
You can learn anything. I was talking to a friend of mine who is a driver who works for my aunt, and I installed ChatGPT on his phone, and I said, learn English. So now instead of playing games, he's learning English. In 3 days, we had a 15-minute conversation in English. He didn't speak English before that.
Yeah.
And in 3 days, he was able to have a 15-minute conversation in English with me. Now, if somebody like that can, if he can do that, anybody can do anything. And the 27 million kids out there who are not in school, they should at least be learning something to get themselves forward. So my question is, what are they learning? Why is there a stop to this? Why is there a hindrance to this? And what can they do to enhance themselves in this day and age?
Sir, at the end, any last words or piece of advice for the youth of Pakistan and to your audience?
Of course, of course. So biggest thing is, if you haven't used AI, use AI. Go to chat.com, go to DeepSeek, go to Claude, go to one of these AI tools and start experimenting with it. And don't just say, one word and expect it to do this. But ChatGPT, you can talk to it in Urdu, you can talk to it in Pashto, you can talk to it in Punjabi, you can talk to it in Sindhi, you can talk to it in any language and it will talk back to you.
Yeah.
So use voice mode, have a conversation with it and start learning and start having these conversations and following these different dreams that you have, because you can get yourself uplifted in any way that you want. You just have to take action. Okay. That's my biggest thing. Take action.
Thank you so much, Adnan Iftekhar. And we would also like to thank our audience for patience listening. Inshallah, we will get back to you with another beautiful interview. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.